Let's talk about Dontavion Wicks. And I will say this as we go into it, Ryan. I am one of the Dontavion Wicks bros. Okay, I'm very into Wicks. I think he's a really good player. So tell us why he makes this list from a positive standpoint.
With Wicks, he had the 13th best first downs per route run of any wide receiver last year. So that's immediately going to get your attention. I have personally done a lot of work on age curves for wide receivers, which basically the long and short of that is most wide receivers break out within their first 3 seasons. Year 2 is a very frequent breakout season for wide receivers. So whenever I see a rookie receiver who is ranking in the top 15 of a really predictive stat, I get excited and I say, okay, I probably should become a little more familiar with this guy's game, right? He only ran a 50% route share in 7 games as a rookie. In those games, averaged 37 receiving yards per game, just over 9 PPR fantasy points per game. Both of those marks were actually better than Jackson Smith and Jigba was last year. I think Wicks is going to be an awesome final round pick in most regular redraft fantasy leagues. I do wonder if we're getting a little bit excited super early as a community about him. But this is a situation I really like as well. Ambiguity in this wide receiver core I see as a positive. There isn't really an established alpha here. So this is the type of bet I want to make on a year 2 wide receiver that has shown out in efficiency stats and has a lot of ambiguity in a situation.
Big takeaway here is that Dontavion Wicks is good. He's good at football. From a reception perception standpoint, he checks a ton of boxes I look for. It's starting to look like a guy we should be really interested in. And I know what people are going to say this, and I'm sure there's some Twitter bros who are just trying to catch the algorithm wave and want to go viral with their latest Dontavion Wicks trend. But trust me, people who watch film have been talking about Wicks since the season. And it's important that he shows up in metrics like this. And just for comparison's sake, Dontavion Wicks, among players who ran 100 routes last year, is 18th in yards per route run. Tank Dell is 17th. When you look at first downs per route run, Tank Dell is 14th. Dontavion Wicks is 13th. Ryan, then you look at early best ball ADP. Tank Dell is the 54th player off the board, and Dontavion Wicks is the 157th off the board. I know the situations are not the same. It's just I'm with you that we could be getting a little over our skis with Dontavion Wicks if the hype goes too far, but there's a reason that the hype is there, and a 100 gap in the ADP of these two players who are tethered to good ascending quarterbacks maybe is not quite justified.